Hello, Kushe, and welcome to Orange Football Special with me, Mohamed Toby Kagbo. Orange Football Special, now the program will tell you all witty matter about football, both local and the international stage. Orange Football Special, they come to TV screen every Tuesday from 10 to 11 p.m. on SLBC TV Channel 31 or SLBC TV Channel 31 Facebook page. A Priority Solution Limited, the Para Orange Football Special, and the lead mobile telecom provider in the country, Orange, the support arm. And guess what? Orange Shokilov promotion still out in the country. 3 billion euros day for win in prize and 5 brand new Toyota Corolla with the out for grab. All you need for do just do business with Orange money, send or receive money by ETSA. You could be the lucky one. We will get a brand new Toyota Corolla edition. We will ride in the street of Freetown. Orange money, me phone, me couple.
Fatou fried rice. Samedi house, man. Maman, you not saying that over, man. Tell them. Pourquoi you handle la main, Toka? I don't know that.
You have talked beaucoup. C'est pas bon.
You not so man. You work hard for you. Hello. Yes, na me name Mamadou. I don't win Toka. Who's I? How much money? Shakila promotion. Aye. I don't win my car. I don't win my car.
With 3 billion euros prize them, including one of the 5 brand new motorcar them. With there, now the Orange Money Shocky Love promotion. Just do any Orange Money transaction for qualify. Just dial #144# for start and get ready for get your own share. Follow the live draw now SLBC TV or Star TV, or you can tune now your favorite radio station every Saturday from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Orange Money, me phone, me couple. Orange.
Welcome back from the quick break. You watch Orange Football Special with me, Mohamed Toby Kagbo. Because the beauty of Orange Football Special, we did in a very beautiful place of Regent, Osai. We get a very big personality in our midst this evening. And this now we first program in the year of 2021. So one for which we viewers them out there a very good happy new year 2021. And already the wish for yourself, we pray that God will make you get up. We'll go with special guests this part of Freetown where in IMAT, where we can discuss in life about football, where the current team manager of our national team, Leone Stars, where Christian Dauda. Kushe, and welcome to Orange Football Special.
Kushe everybody. Yeah.
Christian Dauda, the team manager of the national team, Leone Stars. Let me just tell people who that Christian Dauda.
Well, yes, I'm the current team manager for the national team, and I've served, I think, almost about 7 years now. I think I'm just one of because I started in 2014,
okay,
and it's 2021 now, so it looks
7
like a
years
veteran.
Now. Okay, like a
veteran manager.
So let me just start before we go into your life proper. Let me just talk about the national team. You get your appointment in 2014. How you been welcomed this appointment as the team manager of the national team?
It was good, because the thing is, I'm always get passion around football, and always want to serve the country from any aspect, you know, even as you said, as a team manager, even if we've not even been a team manager, if there was any other capacity, just to try and see how we can develop football in the country. And I like the boys, and I like to see the development of football. So that's why I took the job with open hand, and it's a very big privilege even for Savio country. We got about 7.5 million people in the country. For them to choose you for be part of, for lead the national team as the team manager, I think it's a great privilege.
The beautiful part about it, in the 2015 AFCON qualifier, where you get your appointment and we need for qualify for going to Cameroon, and now we get a chance back to go into Cameroon. What thing will be you wish for the national team regarding we get 2 tough matches then for play, but we qualify going to Cameroon?
Well, I mean, it's football. I mean, the last I wouldn't even say the last couple of games, but even before that, I think we have a team. We get team there where at least say if we put the boys them together. I mean, you can see, I know they're difficult matches. Please, I know we'll say we'll take them easy. We can't just relax, but we have a great chance. I mean, we're going to go to Lesotho. The most important thing is just to get into Lesotho and get results, and then come back out Benin and try and see how we can make it happen. I think the last 2 results where we get against Nigeria, the draw, because we enter those matches, I mean, I'm sure if you ask 99% of the Sierra Leoneans, they say yes, those 2 matches will not get any points on them. Okay. You understand? I know definitely the way we get ourselves a little bit disappointed in that Lesotho game where we draw at this country, because if we don't win that, then we go home dry. But saying that, we still have a lot of chance for qualify. As I said, we just have to go to Lesotho. The team will get right now, the coaching staff, the whole team around we know say definitely we can make up.
You take the national team in 2014, now it's 2021. Which are a bit different before you get the job in 2014 in this present Leone Stars team? Which are the difference we see in the players?
It was hard work. It's hard work, you know. I mean, then what kind of I think I work with the guys like the Simbo and all these boys, and most of them, half of the team, we don't get a lot of transition. It's not the same set of boys, and now the coaches and the coaching team are bringing younger boys as well, for mix with the older ones. I mean, like the Strasser, I don't ever work with them. Just imagine. I came in at the time, Strasser just for Siam back, they came inside the Enduano and everything like that. I think the last time they played for the national team is over 7 years.
Yeah. You
understand? For them to come back again and try and help the national team the way they do and join with the young boys. I mean, the coach bring people, the likes of Kevin Wright, he bring the likes of Kake. You understand? Even the two home boys, young boys, they're within our home now. So where he bring come inside, you get the me, Dunia, and everybody like that. The mixture into the national team, I think, and the Kai Kamara as well. And Zingele, we might say, is our captain. He's been around, and he's still raising performance for the national team. So I think he said that the last couple of months, it's transition.
Yeah. Because that's just one coming. According to the head coach of the national team, John Kister, still reiterates on the transition period of the boys. You as a team manager, you see the transition in the national team?
Well, as I said, I just explained, you see the amount of new boys that we come inside with. You understand? I mean, these are English boys, they play top leagues and everything like that. Then he come back again with boys that we not play for the national team for over 7 years. So he went out there again and looked for the experience. The medal definitely always there. I mean, the Kai Kamara, we know these are very tough head. You know, when you get people like Kai Kamara, you get people like Medo, you know, definitely look at Mustafa Dumboya, you know, then you get the Anduano, you get what's his name again? So you know, say definitely, and then you come with the young boys them, and then even the home boys themselves. Because people like you always say, why you train about 30? Because I said the other day, well, at least he had 2 boys from the home base.
We start against Nigeria.
We start against Nigeria, and they even finish against Nigeria.
Before you come into football, because being the team manager of the national team, you must go and get that football background for coming into football. How it all started for Christian Dauda when he came into football? You get a team where you manage before you come into football?
Well, I'm a goalkeeper while they grow up. I mean, I know Buffalo United, but then this.
Okay.
Even in school, we'll go Anthony and everything, St. Anthony, goalkeeper and everything. We grow up, I go England and everything. My son said me to play football. So I just get that interest in football. Then I walk into it, and then when I get England again, we get a church team, we work with them. Then I start going into local teams them. Then I start meeting with agents, people are involved into football. That's how I start to get more interest in and learn a little bit more about the game and how the game's supposed to work and what needs to be done. Because I watch and then see which way, because the thing is, the thing that prompts me, because the thing is, I mean, I can't, before even I become the manager, we're talking about 2008. Now I start to see the fault and everything into the national team.
Okay.
So I came in there trying to see how we can help, because I know there's an improvement that needs to be made. So that's why I jumped in and tried and see, yes, there's some changes I can do.
Some people out there go want to know some of the responsibility or the rights of the team manager, not the national team. So witness some of this responsibility of a team manager, more especially Christian Dauda in the national team.
Well,
so witness the responsibility or the role of a team manager, more especially Christian Dauda in the national team.
Well, I mean, see me role as the support to the whole technical setup, especially support to the head coach, and then try and oversee some of the things then within the meeting. As you say, their own concentration, they're supposed to look for make sure the boys they play well, and me second for look and make sure they're safe, comfortable in their job, and then make sure the logistic about the boys, the way they travel, how to look after them, and how to be around them, and make sure little things are put together. You understand? Yeah. Make sure I organize make sure the traveling plan is well in place, the way they present themselves and everything for traveling, even when they're in the camp, the way they present themselves and everything. I know they're big men, but you just have to be around them to help and support. I mean, you'll be shocked, because sometimes you get for go get a little paste and little things. You get at airports, you get for help for them for come through the airport for fill forms, and there's just they around and trying to make sure the little things are done properly.
Because now that was just one coming to sponsorship. Now one of the key problem in the national team, Leone Stars, because we done the fight over the past years for get that kind of quality sponsorship for the national team. We see Mafro, we only get a jersey for the national team, but the full set of sponsorship. As a team manager, you able to tell the people of Sierra Leone how would you able to get a quality sponsorship for the national team? Well, especially we don't see Umbro now would officially announce as we new sponsorship deal ahead of the AFCON qualifying games.
I mean, at this present moment, all these things are taken care of by the FA.
Okay.
You understand? I don't get involved in it. The FA handles that. So where anything to do sponsorship or thingy like that is down to them. I always leave it down to them, because the thing is, they try to do it in a way. So it's nothing to do with me. It's only when I see the shortfall where things are going wrong, then I can step in and try and see how I can sort it out.
So your relationship with the players, more especially you as the team manager of the national team.
That's my biggest responsibility, and that's my biggest joy, just to be around them and support them and help them and make sure at least we get them looking right and doing right, and make sure they are comfortable. Yeah.
Everybody can get a mentor into football or any life, more especially somebody that we go and admire. Up to your prompt to come into football. Who are some of the people in which Christian that would admire, more especially so you not be a goalkeeper doing youth age before you travel back to England? Who are the people who will be the mentor with prompt to come into football?
Wow. I mean, when people go watch football, I mean, for me, I don't sign Terry.
Okay.
I don't think, no, that was way before your time. Because when they can't take in penalty, and I think they come backwards for Kandwa. And even Joseph Toby, you get people like Jebo Sherity. I know it make you feel look very. I don't think you know them. When these guys were up in the days, but my biggest star is Ismail Daifan.
Okay.
I don't think Ismail
Daifan.
Ismail Daifan.
I think according to the guy, in the first professional way the country we ever get to Ahmed Daifan. I don't know if
no, Ismail, right. And then you get Mazola as well. Okay. Yeah, now one of the first professionals that will go out. But when you talk about player, when you talk about person where you really admire, that for me, I think that the Messi or Pele of this, for me, that's my choice. I think nobody would be taking that one off me.
Let me just throw light back on the Leone Stars Nigeria match, where so many people around the world don't describe that the greatest comeback in African football, but especially considering Sierra Leone, like country with below the rank of Nigeria in African football at large in the world. You as a team manager, how you been feel about the result? Let me start first with the team being 4-0 inside Nigeria. How you been feel sitting on the bench, see your nation that's killed by 4 goals to name?
I mean, the thing is, I know people might not believe it. Maybe they'll say, oh, you just talk now because it happens. I sat next to Obi Meziga. He will attest to this. He will confirm it. 4-0, I said, Obi, the director, would he come back? I said, would definitely come back. Even half time, I sat there, I didn't even move out of that dugout. Everybody got changing room. I did it as he done there. So I tell Obi, I say waiting and call. He just look me waiting and call. When we go 2-1, 2-2. Then another person that had a lot of faith in that, it was the head coach. Because he came and he said, I told you, he said, we'll get him. The thing is, when he went to 4-2, then the head coach came at the bench, he can't begin glad. He says, see, I tell you, there's only 1 goal left. So I put and down and say, coach, not to 3-2, now 4-2. Even they always feel saying that 3 goals they don't score power. You know, saying that 4. So that's the kind of drama, that's the kind of thing that we went through there. I mean, it was just like a thingy. But again, he said that the other day, a couple of days ago, with him, the first meeting we had after this new year. He said to everybody, I said to him after that, I said, I respect you. He said, TM, he said, everyone, he said, guys, we can talk, say yes, we come back, but nobody's take that glory. That was just God. He said it was not his changes that he made. It was nothing. He gave the glory to God. He said, because what happened there, it was unbelievable. Yeah. You understand? This is, as you said, is the greatest comeback. I doubt if even a competitive international match away. And just imagine the ranking, the Nigeria. Difference between us two. It could be Nigeria, it could be other 2 teams. For come from 4 down and then go and get that equalizer. When are competitive, they need the points, we need the points. It was a very, very great comeback.
So looking at the whole scenario in terms of Sierra Leone football, what do you feel say, or where you feel say we get some wrong, more especially the administrative aspect, because we local league not to the rank, we don't affect the national team, not for deliver better, more especially when it comes to the home-based players, they both involved in the national team. What do you feel say needs to be done for improve the standard of football in the country?
It's a pity. I mean, where I'm not against, because I do a lot of work in Europe looking for some of these young talents in Europe to come and play for us. You understand? Again, it's disadvantage to the home-based players. As much as, yes, we get joy for bringing the foreign-based players in, young boys, so it's painful. What's wrong with these boys here? They have no future. You understand? Just imagine they're all here, no future. None of them can break through the national team because they don't have proper football. There's no proper system. There's not a league playing. You understand? Even now, the coaches, that's why they have to make sure they call like 30 boys at home for train them. But because the thing is, football, you can train from now to tomorrow. If you know they play competitively, it's out of it. Okay. Competitive football is different from where you just play. You can train all day, but if you know you play competitive football, you are not that fit. The fitness and your sharpness and thing is not there. So it's a big shame. It's a big shame. We have to work on this.
So what do you feel say needs to be done for improve the standard of the national league? Because there are some countries there in Africa they use the home-based player. I believe Zambia win the Nations Cup with a lot of home-based players there against Ivory Coast. So what do you feel say need to be done for improve the standard of the national league?
They had structure. The Zambian team, they had a vision. They put a vision together. They work with it. And then they achieve it. They say without a vision, people perish.
Okay.
You understand? We don't have any vision for this, for our football in this country. Sorry to say, but unless the time when we sit back and then we'll take this thing seriously and know that definitely we want this done, then that's the time it will happen. But for now, we're far off.
So Christian Dauda gets anything with the support in the National League, or because he's not the team manager, I know, and this against support to any team?
Well, Bluefields United.
we win like division.
Oh well, that's why I say I'll learn from there is Bluefields United.
Okay, so which are your best moments as the team manager of Leone Stars? Which are your best moments we don't get within the national team?
I think every moment for me has been exciting. The first time I traveled with them to Cameroon, I was very happy. But again, I know everybody will say, oh, maybe the 4-4 draw in Nigeria. But I think we have some good time. I think the first match when we played against, and when we win here against Kenya, I think that's one of my best moments.
Okay, we win against Kenya 2-1.
2-1, yes.
So that was one of the best moments then for the national team.
It was under the same coach.
Yeah, with Coach Kista.
Yeah.
So now, so many Sierra Leoneans out there don't get this belief that we just need 6 points for we qualify go into Cameroon. As the team manager, you foresee that we're going to get the qualification to go to Cameroon.
We've got a job, we have to finish it. And I'm going to go all length. We're going to go all length to make sure that happens.
So we get to see, as you don't mention earlier, that you always there Europe for shots, for quality players, them young players, them for represent the country. Heading to Lesotho and that of Benin, we get to see new players, them back will come into the team.
Well, it's down to the head coach. You understand? I can search and bring like 50 players now, but if the head coach will get in where they run the team, not to think it's pointless. We can only do what we have to do, and then the head coach will make his decision. At the end of the day, the boys can get for play for, and I get the tactics, and I get which wing, which position they need people there. I'm just like there. Oh, TM, check that out for me. Bring that. You understand? Travel and down, because the thing is that's another thing of the thingy, because some of these boys, like Kevin, Kake, Ali, all these young boys, they're not the travel come Africa by themselves. Augustine. So you get to make sure, say you bring them, take them all the way from outside, and then you bring them calm and hand over mobile, look after them. You see, for let them be comfortable. So next time NSF can go tell them friend and feel comfortable until when NSF gets into the other heights and everything. So it's down to the head coach, wherever he points me, and if you want to bring, we'll follow him. When he call a player, we're there to support.
We see you been get a release where you pull after them, he gets an appointment for over 52 coaches them now the country. So I'm happy about that. So take me through, what can bring you the happiness when you see that when so many coaches them in different categories?
Then I saw the development. I saw the development. Because as you said, Zambia must have put that kind of things in place. You see, I mean, the thing is, you cannot develop without going to grassroots. You know, they start from the grassroots, under 15, under 17, under 20. You understand? Up. and they're all going to be working with the head coach. They're all going to be working with, these are all professional, these are good home-based coaches. So that when they announced, I was so happy because I know definitely now the transition will happen because we get some under 15, we go on the finger and everything, and the football will be playing all around the country for being the national development. It was a very, very good idea. Very, very good idea.
We national team don't get so many coaches there. To name but few, the Olaf Martin, the last 30, the Mackinson, all on the part of the national team. Your relationship with the coach, then, which coach you don't feel you get that kind of cordial or close relationship with the national team?
Wow. The thing is, it will be a little bit, when I first started, I started with Atumensa. Then I think that didn't even last for a couple of hours. I worked with Atumensa. I worked with Selas. It will be a little bit biased. I let it see him because of that. I think, and I always believe in John Kister.
Okay.
I will tell you that because I've watched him, I work with him. Give me a man with passion, I'll see a winner.
Okay.
He's got passion, he loves football, and he loves the country.
After come out to the coach, we don't highlight that John Kister, one of the best coaches that we don't work with in the national team. We not just want for be biased, we just want for actually again which player in the national team you don't feel say one of the best players them way.
I'll get into trouble.
Always love.
These are all my boys. These are all my boys. These are all my boys. Yeah, yeah.
But you must get a player where you just feel say this player and I'm the best player in the team.
I mean, yeah, Zingele.
Umaru Zingele. Is Christian Dauda in the team manager for the national team? Leone Stars. We still get more discussion for talk inside the program. We see get gestures in the way you do aside of football. We see you give a lot of donation to the Premier League clubs, especially inside this pandemic. The Diamond Stars, Eastern Tiger, United and Central Ray. Look at this great gesture from Christian Dauda.
Well, it's the thing is, again, we're talking about the boys. The boys, where they play here, it was not too much of the club. It was the boys. I went to clubs, we looked at search. I asked, because I was in England, I asked Junior Bio, who's the ambassador of sport, I said, go scout around there, because he said, how can we help? So we worked together, and then I said to him, then he search. We look for clubs there where we know say now for meets their payment and the struggling clubs. I say go out there, we'll look for struggling clubs that are struggling. So it's not mostly the clubs we looked after, we're trying to look after the players. You understand? Because at the end of the day, these players, they are the same players that we're going to use in the national team. And they are my boys, and that's why I say let's go back into the clubs that are struggling and try and see how we can help them boys then when they play for us.
You see, you extend them also to the amputee, the national amputee team. We see recently them played a friendly match against the amputee from Liberia. Which are the thing where really Christian Dauda always the great gesture when it comes to football?
It's football. I love the game. I love the game. I mean, if we concentrate on one side, I mean, some parts of the world, and most parts of the world, the amputee football has to be developed. These guys, and we have one of the best team. I'm telling you, if you don't talk in Africa, and these boys have so much passion. The guy that runs, these people are just unbelievable. I was with them here. I just go to them for when they get the canteen thing. I sat there with them. I could see the passion what the guy get for the whole thing, and the boys, they struggle during the struggle. So that's one thing. It's not just going to stop here. I promise them I'm going to walk with them along, okay, and try and see how we can develop that part of football. So how we can develop amputee football in the country.
We don't use so many revenue in terms of giving this helping hands to Premier League clubs, so Premier League players, because you don't mention clearly that you interest for the players rather than the club as a whole. You can able to tell OVRs them how you able to raise some of this funds, able to give them great support to these Premier League players and this amputee.
Well, these are all out of my own earnings. This is something I earn, you understand? So, and I see it best, I feel it best, you know what I mean? And also you interested, and also you can see these boys the struggle when you can afford it. You see, we have to be very careful in life. We don't just go into things just to take. Okay. That's where we're getting it wrong in this country and Africa. We have to learn to give. We come into position not to take. We have to make sure we put into that thingy. Football in a whole, it's not a full-time job for me. It's not a full-time job for anybody apart from the coaches and the young boys that already play. So me as an administrator, if I come into football for can't take when I'm supposed to be giving, It's error. It's a big mistake. It's a big bad. You understand? It's a big bad. You understand? I mean, if you can't, I mean, if you watch presidents of football association, these are multimillionaires. They have their own jobs. These are top business people. ESCOs of footballers countries. These are business people. These are people that they only meet maybe once, three a month. These administrators, they don't come into football to collect. They put into that. So my own way where I come into football is not because I want something.
Okay.
So you see, so I make me only to what they get. I guess for swam into the boys. Even if we travel and you pay them, ask them before they left the back, all thing don't finish back to them.
We see picture where they go around you. All LeBron jersey, we LeBron one of the biggest clothing company, and we owned by Sierra Leone. You would ever the wish forget the LeBron jersey for the national team?
He's a fantastic guy. When you talk about, I mean, forget about LeBron. Fode is a fantastic guy. You say he's a Sierra Leonean. Let's put that one. That's a plus. But Fode is such a nice guy. It's such. We bring in LeBron in, and it's not just bringing LeBron. LeBron is quality. LeBron, you know, I don't know if you know the trend of shops in England or in the world. LeBron is put in Selfridges. So that's it. You know, I mean, when you say Selfridges, which shop you go try for? Say like you go buy Nakuto Road. You understand? This is a top end.
Okay.
It's the highest shop next to Harrods.
In England.
In England, in the world.
Okay.
One of the top shops in the world. That's where LeBron is. You can Google her. LeBron is in one of the top designers in the world. Amongst the top designers in the world.
So as a team manager, I'd always wish for see the LeBron.
Oh yeah, definitely. I won't lie about that. I won't lie about that.
We're still there with the team manager of the national team, Leone Stars, Dauda. But we'll take a first break inside the program. When we come back, we continue with the discussion.
Fatu fried rice. Somebody else, man. Mama, you not saying that over, man. Tell them. Look why you handle that you took out. I don't know that.
You have to beaucoup. C'est pas bon.
You not so man. You walk back for you. Hello? Yes, Nami Mamadou. I don't need more to come. Who's that? I got money. Shakila promotion. Aye! I don't need more to come. I don't need more to come.
Wait, not to someone.
I say don't win that.
With 3 billion Leones prize them, including one of the 5 brand new motorcar them. With there, now the Orange Money Shocky Love promotion. Just do any Orange Money transaction for qualify. Just dial #144# for start and get ready for get your own share. Follow the live draw na SLBC TV or Star TV, or you can tune na your favorite radio station every Saturday from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Orange Money, me phone, me couple. Orange.
Welcome back from the quick break. You still watch Orange Football Special with me, Mohamed Toby Kagbo. We're at the beautiful place now I'm at with the team manager of the national team, Leone Stars, Dauda. Community football, one of the elements to don't develop football in the country, more especially we could name the Central One Football Association, which not big contribution towards community football.
I've always been with the Central One Association, as you can know. You asked from the late Basava, may his soul rest in peace. He, yes, we work with him. I mean, every tournament, I'll try to make sure he will get his trophy, he'll get the medals and everything like that. I've always been a big support because of the time when football only playing at this country, where we had the ban and everything like that. The only way I will try to see where football, that's why I said, all right then guys, let's go into the communities and try and play football. You understand? And then get our boys to play. I know they'll say, oh, then they go play in a small pitch, but if that's the only place they can play, let them play there. So I put my support behind those community leagues. It's not just everything. I go as far as Lunge. I go as far as even those little corners in the country. Put balls in there, put trophies, put medals, so we can get football running. You understand? And when we came back after the ban, we managed to get 2 or 3 boys out of that. And when the league started, at least we'll be able, now through the league, then they then go able to identify the team like a Musa Tombo, all these boys. You understand? So it was, people might think it was not useful, but at the end of the day, it came out looking properly.
You mentioned something also about grassroots football. Witness some of the things them where you don't ever involve into grassroots football or going back to the schools for organize inter-secondary school competition for to get young breeds them will represent the country in the near future.
Yes, the when this present government took over, the SLPP came into power, and from the time I came into football and everything, we had the ban. There was no football playing in schools.
Okay.
I think the former government banned football. It's not like they suspended, they banned it. So for you to lift it, you have to go back into parliament. If it was suspended, we can just lift it from a local or wherever level because it was banned. So we went, I remember, yes, the former director of sports, IB, will talk to IB, they went into parliament, we'll talk, and then they lifted it up. So I went back, God bless him, a fantastic football man himself, Honorable Minister Timbo, Mr. Said Conte, because he's in charge. I think Okun introduced Mr. Said. We talked to Mr. Said and Alfonso Manley.
Yeah.
We talked to the minister. The minister, he's a football man. Where else can he talk? The guy's got passion.
Yeah.
He's so passionate about the whole thing. And he wants the kids to play football. And Mr. Said is a different level anyway. So we talked to him and then he said yes. But they constrain them again, they don't get money.
Okay.
So I said, guys, let's kick this off. Wherever help you need, I will help. To make sure, we do it. And it's the first time in the history of Sierra Leone when the kids finish playing, it's not just that the football played, they get medal and trophy as well, which they've never. I mean, when you go school, you play football, you don't get 90 for sure.
Because myself also played the Milo competition where I was at St. Anthony. It'd be very more fantastic. But let me just...
You said at St. Anthony?
Yes.
Oh, no, you see?
Let me just talk on the way football not be the play. You as a team manager, very more passionate about football. How you been the feel seeing no football activity in our country?
Well, I mean, we'll come back to that. Not to how me the feel, what do you do?
Yeah,
you
so
understand?
Well,
that's why I went into the community. The guys that are in charge of the community, I said, guys, come, let's play football.
Okay.
Whatever help I can give to the football, I'll give it. You understand? I can't organize it because, I'm in and out because, it's not that my life is here. But I have businesses, not just in England, over the world, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm always traveling. I'm in, I'm just, I live in my suitcase. You understand? People will tell you, I just pick up my bag, maybe tomorrow morning, if I go meeting somewhere, I'll have to go. But my life is here. You understand?
So let me just talk a brief before we come into the Sonko we're into Sierra Leone football. We don't deceive Christian Dauda, the hints on the nail, a bit by bit. In 2008, you go and be toned it down. Take me through the feeling of 2008.
No, they're not turning me down. I didn't know the system.
Okay.
You understand? I just came in because that was frustration then. You understand? I came in, it's the same thing. I was working there with Carlton Cole. That's the time he started working for, he was playing at West Ham.
West Ham United.
Yeah, West Ham United. And then my most passionate, when you talk about footballers, he didn't play under me. But for me, he's my greatest friend. They talk every day, we're not that close. Mohamed Kalon. I love the guy.
Okay.
You understand? We're not on the phone all the time, but Carlton, they play for West Ham. And then he called me, he said, because he always called me uncle. He said, oh, uncle. He said, one of your guys are here, training. So I said, who? He said, Mohamed. He said, a guy called Mohamed, you know him? I said, yeah. He's one of our legends from AC Milan. I said, yeah. So I said, oh, what is he doing? He said, he's training with the club. He said, but I've just had a whisper. He said, but I will tell you, but don't say anything to anyone. He said, he's such a fantastic player, but they won't be able to sign him. He said, I was in the room, then they said, no, they can't sign him, not because of his ability, but because of the ranking of the Sierra Leone football, because he didn't have a European passport. So he said, because of the ranking, because then you have to be ranked 50 before
you play the
English English Premier. So I said, yeah. Then he said, well, maybe he might be going to Birmingham or everything. And I said, no. He said he will not be able to play in the Premier League. So I think then I know me if I talk and everything. So I try for getting number, I try for call him and everything like that. But the thing, then I looked at that. Then I even try for going to the internet and to try for search Sierra Leone and everything, nothing. So I traveled down. I said, no, this thing needs to be fixed. I came into I can't say I don't mean outside the academy there. So I go there and everything. I know this was stupid and everything. So then they said, oh no, things are really bad. There's no structure. There's nothing. And these guys don't even know the rules. You understand? Because you get for no, say this is how football run in Europe before you can get involved into it. So I said, no, I need to come down to Sierra Leone and help to fix this mess up. Okay. So when I come, they say, oh, they get election, they don't get president, they get election in the next couple of months. I said, oh, come on, Dad, I will stand for the election. Now let me see if I try for communicate. But it's not that I came in for the power. No, it was just a way to see how we can fix it. So I met the likes of Rodney Michael, Margot, all these guys on the ground, Fudi Bangso, Naim Kadi, you understand? It's again your thingy, you understand? So we try, and I think they kind of with that passion. But when I look, I say, you know what? Let me leave this thing for these guys, the local guys, to sort it out. Okay. You understand? So I just said to them, you know what, guys? It's too late for me. I'm not going to run for this thing. I need to go. But you guys, you're locally, you guys say sort it out. So that's the time. That's why I left.
Okay. Now in 2021, we head for the elective congress on the 27th of February. Now, McKinney, what did inspire you? You've been the team manager of the national team. What did really inspire you to come into football politics?
Well, the thing what you don't understand, you can't change anything and you can't work anything if you are not in seat of power, decision making. We struggle in the national team. We struggle to make decisions, right decisions. You understand? So that's why I say, you know what? I can make a difference. I can bring something onto the table. And I want to be in that table of decision, so at least we can improve things. That's all. Okay. It's not that I'm rushing. I'm still the team manager. I didn't come here fighting and boasting, but I just think I have what it takes
for changing the face of
football. Change the face of football in the country.
When we go back in 2008, why would it come in and go out back? What did really inspire you or come Sierra Leone that you feel able to change the face of Sierra Leone football in 2008?
Yeah, because there was nothing there. There's nothing there. There was nothing. There was nothing. Our players were languishing. Nothing. National team, no morale, nothing, no training, scruffy. Nothing looks good. Okay, so it was bad.
So you just feel, say, at that particular time in 2008, you were able to transform the face of Sierra Leone football? Yes.
I did. But I mean, again, I tried to help in my own ways. From 2008, I started to work on the ground and try and see how I can assist Sierra Leone football. So
in this present SLFA executive, what do you feel, say, you be able to bring for change into the present situation of football in the country? What do you feel able to bring in for change the face of Sierra Leone football?
A lot.
So let me just get a brief of some of the things then.
I mean, what's happening, what I think. You understand? I'm not trying to run down or criticize anything, but I know there's a lot of things we can bring if we sit in the seat of power. You understand, where decisions are made. There's a lot of lapses in the football, which I think I've worked here for how many years? Over 7 years, and I know exactly where the gaps are and how to help to improve the football. As I said to you earlier, those jobs, an executive role, a president or vice president, these are people that are supposed to be doing something. They're not supposed to be earning money in football. Okay. You understand? It's these sober-headed countries where things are sobered. We're talking about multimillionaires, people that have. You have to check the status of that person.
So in other words, the present SLF executive.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just seeing my own. I'm talking about myself.
Okay.
You understand? Okay. This is what Christian Dauda think about. Yes, I know I can come in and make a difference, not to take. You understand? I'm bringing.
Okay. Not
taking away. And I know there's things I'll be able to bring onto the table. You understand? I'm not coming into Sierra Leone football. I've been there for how many years? 7, 8 years. I've got fantastic business. You understand? Well,
now your nomination will be successful. So what's in the future all for Christian Dauda in Sierra Leone football?
Well, I'm still in Sierra Leone football. I'm still the team manager of the national team. So let's just move on from there. So they're early days. So early days. But you're talking politics now.
But when I still get a chance, because you mentioned we in your statement where you say, so who are the way Christian Dauda work with in Sierra Leone football?
I'm working with the whole of Sierra Leoneans. You understand? Anybody that have interest in Sierra Leone football, I'm ready there to support them. So long as you're ready to change the football, you're ready to support football, I'm ready to work with you. You understand? I'm not waiting for somebody to do something. For me, I'm privileged because I have fantastic friends in the government, fantastic people I could work with, you understand? Because as a team manager or wherever, I work with the government side of things, you understand? So I've got support, very, very good support with my minister, very, very strong. So I don't need it anywhere else.
So with now your relationship with the current football executive, more especially the president, Madam Aisha Yuan?
I don't have no problem with anybody. I have no problem with anybody. And I don't, no problem at all. That one I can get categorically clear with you guys. I don't have any problem. These guys, they're all my friends. She's my sister. You understand? All the executive, these are all my friends. You understand? I don't have no problem with anybody in the executive. Not because I jump into I say I can't take executive position. That means I get problem with people. No.
Okay.
You understand? I just think I can do myself. Yeah, that's the only thing. But problems, no. And I didn't want to come in here to bring division. I want to see how we can work together and assist each other.
So now going to Congress in February, the city of McKinney, Christian Dauda gets anybody one for train support store?
If I'm the team manager of the national team, I'll have to stay with my boys.
You know, the team manager of the national team, Leone Stars, Christian. I have
to stay. I've got a job to keep.
Okay, so very so. 7
politics.
years, you don't be the team manager of the national team. You feel say we don't take a step forward?
It's down to you guys to know, because you're outside, I'm inside. You'll have to decide and make your decisions and check and make sure and see if I've had any good input into Sierra Leone football. You understand? I can't go around and try to blow my own horn to say, yes, this is, you know what I mean? No, I don't do that. I'm not the type of person that would do that.
So it's the next day for Christian Dauda, even though he's still not the team manager of the national team?
Well, it's just to make the biggest thing ahead of me right now is that qualification for us to make it to Cameroon. That's the biggest thing. Election, this, nothing. My thing is seeing the national team going to Cameroon. That's my biggest passion right now. You understand? I could go into election, no, that's not my passion. My passion right now is to make sure we see that national team we enter into Cameroon. That's my biggest thing.
One major concern with Sierra Leone is out there, the national team, for the first time, was engaged into 2 international friendlies, where most of the past years, not only when we get qualification, we see the national team that play matches. You as the team manager, we will see more friendly matches ahead of Lesotho and that of Benin.
Yes, I say the government is ready. The government is ready. You could see the government is ready. They organize the matches, the government is ready to make sure they fulfill their promises. I mean, under this government, you see, we've seen it. You understand, the government is ready, they've got the funds, and they're ready to do it. My minister always said that Christian, the TM, Cow the finger, we're ready to support it.
Now you don't work with the present SLF executive for the past 7 years. Are you able to rate the stewardship of Madam Aisha Yuan saying?
You know, I mean, the thing is, right now is deep politics. You understand? I don't want to get into politics. You understand? I don't want to go into politics. As I said, I'm the team manager of the national team. I just want to concentrate now and try and see how we can get my boys into the African Nations Cup. That's my biggest goal right now.
So heading to Cameroon in 2021, when one of your biggest things that we want to acquire as the team manager of the national team, and if it's successful, you could be the team manager for over 2 decades for Leone Stars, go back into an AFCON qualifiers. But with now some of the relationship with present boys team within town, currently with the head coach.
The head coach, as I said to you, we build up relationship. I love the guy. I want to work with him. You know, I mean, he said sometimes they think things they happen, but this last time there is so much unity amongst us. You understand? There's so much unity. Even me going into all these things I want to do, I just want to see them improve.
Yeah.
You understand? All these fights I want to go into it, not because of myself, is to see if I'm on that table, I can get better for them. Get better for the coaches, get better for the boys, and get better for everybody. You understand? He's a wonderful guy. We've got wonderful boys. You can see even the foreign-based players. You see, they're all training. You understand? You go down the training now, veterans. I mean, young boys that have played and everything. They're all down there. There's so much unity amongst the national team that we don't want to break that. You understand? So we're working on that. We have so much unity. I want to support him. I want to support the head coach. I want to support the coaching staff. to make sure at least to see them. I want to see John Kister succeed taking this team into the African Nations Cup to 2021. Even if you're talking about politics, my concentration then, I could have still gone into politics, but still support him and the boys.
Because you don't mention that, just want to focus into the football politics. But what about if we get a change of administrative aspect with football, which you foresee for the future of Sierra Leone football?
I'm just a servant. I'm just there. You understand? If anybody want me to work, I'm ready to work. If you don't want me to work, I'll go.
In the team manager of the national team, Leone Stars, Christian Dauda, as we still discuss, let me just, before we end the program, you mentioned again, why would they keep for coming to grassroots football? Because so many countries in Africa where they develop currently, now because of they don't start from zero, and now then they hero. Supposedly, Christian Dauda, somebody just come and say, okay, want to work with you down the Football Federation, where Christian Dauda go start?
Well, the thing is, right now, forget about the whole thing. In the next, this week, I'm trying to book an appointment with the Ministry of Education, see how we can do the school league. Okay. I know we can't get a crowd, but we'll get the boys to play in thing. I'm ready to support the ministry again as before, so we can get these boys them playing, because we have to get them playing football in the schools. That's where it's supposed to start. Okay. I know we have the under 14. I mean, after the school league, ask Coach Abu.
Yeah.
For like 6 months, I had Coach Abu going around all the schools. We didn't just do the league. He go all around the school coaches to make sure we check and make sure these boys were developing. It's only when this pandemic happened, or where I think there was something, that's why everything stopped. So we're going to continue on that. Very soon, we're going to do the school league again. Okay. You understand? We'll get them, but I know it's going to be behind closed doors, but we'll get the kids playing competitive football again in the schools.
And also the Western Area Football Association, it's going to organize Shouting for Stars, the under-15 competition. We go start. You as a team manager, they ever get this approach to you that to go for start this competition?
Well, they know I will support them. I will try and talk to Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean youth football, and football is my passion, and I'll try and see how I can help and then develop these boys, because we are right now in negotiation to try and see how we can open the first academy with beach, classrooms. Okay. The setup is there. When the time comes, you guys will see it. We've got the school. It's a surprise. We've got the school. The grounds is still there. Very soon, you will see the boys that we're going to go around the country and pick from the schools. We're going to put them into that private school. Okay. And they will be playing football there. We'll get coaches then from abroad into that swing. So football development will not stop here. I still have to continue and try and see how we can develop football in the country.
So witness some of the plans them where you get into football. Witness some of the plans there. Witness some of the new things then we want to bring.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, the school league, I'll talk to the Ministry of Education next week. Okay. See how we can get Mr. Said and see how we can meet with the minister and try and get football back into the schools. I know the pandemic is there, but we'll do this one behind closed doors. If we have to do the competition, but we'll try and get them to play in their little school grounds for now, and then we'll get them for, we can travel from one school to the other and try and see how we can do that. Then, as I said to you, we'll try to open a national academy, and not a national academy, it's a private academy, but we will pay for the kids to get into the schools. We'll look for talents after we run the national school league again. Then we'll get like 30 boys who we can put into that setup. And then I will try and talk to Kofa, because we don't want Kofa to die. Okay. You understand? I will talk to Kofa, I'll get a meeting with Kofa and try and see how we can continue the good work of Pasama. You understand? That parade league have to continue.
Community football, Lonegi Hive, more especially the Central Football Association. You feel say it will be that easy where Central Football Association don't generate money from get revenue for play the matches them behind closed doors?
Well, I mean, we're talking about playing football. We're talking about thingy. If they play and behind closed doors, that's why people like us that have interest in football, we have to put our money in there to help them with the gate takings. Okay. Because we want to see football. Because don't forget, these are all the leagues we get the grassroots players. So we have to continue make sure we don't kill that thing out. Even if they get like 50 people in the ground, but so long as we can put our money in there and make sure we try and get that community football. People can watch it on telly. Yeah. We'll talk to the major stations. When I say they, when I can take up put on YouTube, put anything. People can watch them on YouTube. People can watch anything. But now we watch Premiership, we watch everything behind closed doors, we watch on our television. So why can't we just try and see how we can do that in our own country as well? So these are kind of things. I mean, it's not that I'm just going to pack my bags and go. No, football development will have to still continue.
So as we wrapped up the program, which will be your advice to young players, them out there who want to take football as their career?
I know it's been a little bit tough the last couple of years, but I'll just say to them to be patient. Let them be patient. Okay. You understand? We will work in the background, we will work on the front, we will try and see how we can help to improve football in this country.
Until we don't get the very best time with team manager of the national team, Christian. But before we wrap up, what would be your advice to young players them and also football administrators them in the country?
Well, I mean, the thing is, as we say, Sierra Leoneans love football. Football is the only thing that brings us together. Even when we went to Nigeria, thing, you see the whole country, from the moment we step into Nalunge and all round, even when they left for camp, we see the passion when Sierra Leoneans then get towards football. So that's why we want everybody to unite together and try and support these young boys going up. And the good thing I see they happen right now, most of the old players, even the current players in the national team, they're all putting into football in the country right now because they all do to the academy and everything. So we just trying to see how we can help. So there's hope for you guys. The community football will play. We will go into the schools. We're going to start for the ones that are in the schools. We're still in school age. We're going to the school and get the league playing back again as soon as possible behind closed doors. And we try to encourage administrators there, as we say, let we come together. This is one goal. We're all fighting for one goal, for development of football in this country.
In Christian Dauda, the team manager of the national team, Leone Stars. As we all know, football, they bring we together, and football, they unite we. Football, they bring peace, more especially Sierra Leone, where we all know, we all the fight for develop the game of football in the country. So I just want to say a very big thank you to the team manager of the national team, Christian Dauda, and to my production team, Morrison, the man behind the camera, and to my able producer, waiting more like cargo, we people call Owen. Let we all join hands and unite into the beautiful game of football.
Orange.